So we've been called here on the 2002 Toyota Camry. A lady was driving on the freeway and all of a sudden the car just stopped. So towed it to the house, called me up, came to diagnose it. Came to trying to crank it. I wasn't getting much from it, so decided to give it a jump. But the battery sounded really in a bad shape. Sounded in bad shape, so decided to swap battery with a different car. They have a different car, Honda Accord there. Looks like a brand new battery. Put it on and put my jump pack on top of that. And when we go to start it, basically all you're hearing is just the starter clicking. Oh, excuse me. And I'm going to review a sound of it. Just listen to it. So when I heard that noise, I thought maybe the engine is seized up. So I came here to check the oil, just to be sure. And I pulled the dipstick, and as you can see, it's dry, bone dry. Okay, nothing on it. Okay, and she says she just got an oil change, and I believe her because the sticker inside of the car says basically this is the next oil change, and it's supposed to be 311, 198. Let me actually check the mileage to see how long she's been driving since the oil change. So 195, if it'll show there, I hope you guys can see that. So that's the mileage right now, 195,977. So if we're looking at 3,000 miles, 198, she just got the oil change done. What I'm thinking happened, they did not put oil inside this car. But to go further, to just confirm before we call this, because this is a big situation here. So I came here, remove the wheel, gain access to the crank bolt, to trying to turn it to prove my point that it is seized up. And I put my half inch there, and I don't know if you can see, I'm going to put all my weight on it, even put my foot on it. My foot on it. This is not budging. So to even go further, I took off the belt, the accessory belt, or the alternator belt. Took it off right there, just to be 100% sure. Now the pulleys is off, but this pulley is like spinning freely, no problem. That both the AC and everything else. And if the power steering was seized up by itself, I don't think it has that much strength by itself to hold the car, so I'm not even going to mess with taking it off. I think I'm done here with my diagnosing. She needs a new car, but I will say go back to the oil change place. They forgot to put oil in it. That's my diagnosis. What's going on, guys? So we got a 2006, I was at 6 or 8 Murano. So the complaint, this is my neighbor. He's some type of mechanic himself, maybe a shade tree mechanic, but he was replacing the exhaust manifold on his car, and after the fact the car wouldn't start. So he called me and says, can I just take a look at it, and maybe it could be an electrical issue. So he assured me that the car was good prior to replacing that, and I told him, did you maybe disconnect any of the wiring? He said nope, all I did was that. So coming in here, in my mind, I'm thinking there's a blown fuse somewhere. Something got shorted during the process of removing that. That's the only possibility. You know, if it didn't mess with any wires, that's what I can think of. Something got shorted and some fuse got blown. So I came here, not today, the day before, 2 days ago actually, because the weather was bad. So I came here, put in my scan tool just to see if I get any codes, but I couldn't communicate. So I already know this is definitely going to have to do with some type of short, because the fuse blown and nothing is communicating. So that was already, for me, basically a pointer, indicator that this is something wrong with a fuse. Any type of fuse that's going to feed the ECM, I need to locate that fuse. So I'm here today, and I'm going to walk you through that quickly. We're going to get the key in, if I could. Alright, so the key is in. You see that light right there? Right, because it's not communicating with the immobilizer right now. So if we were trying to start it, it would not start right now anyway. So I will prove it. I don't want to kill the battery because it's already weak. But anyway, right now the battery won't even start it. That's how weak it is. Anyway, so we're going to check the fuses. I checked those fuses right there. I don't see anything pertaining to what we're looking for, so I'm not going to worry about the inside fuse. If we come out here in the engine bay, first of all, look at this clue. If you're diagnosing that, the fan is on. I'm not sure about Nissan's strategy, but I know on other vehicles, European vehicles, when there's no communication with the ECU, you will have the fan constantly on. That's an indicator right there again. So we're going through the fuses. This is the first mini fuse box, if you will. But I'm looking inside of it. I'm not interested in what I'm seeing right now. I see some fuses, but I don't see anything that's going to pertain to anything. Maybe the ignition fuse or something like that. But as we can see right there, if the camera was picked it up, I hope it picks it up. But these fuses, the big one I'm talking about, the 40 amp fuse, they look okay, not blown. So I got my test light to ground. We're going to make sure the test light works. All right, and right there it works. All right, so we're going to go to this fuse box right here. Okay, and we're going to check the fuses. All right, so let me see that one. That one is not on either side. Okay, it's on one side. Let me see if I can see it. Oh, this is going to be a little bit difficult to film at the same time, but I'll help you in the shot. Not okay. On. The ones that are not on, probably the lights or something like that. But as long as they're not on either side, I'm not too concerned about it right now. At least we'll chase that down later. Okay. 15 amp fuse, which one? Both legs are not on, so I'm not worried about it. Another 15 amp, one leg is not on. Oops, look at that. One side is on, the other side is not on. One side is on, the other side is not on. We're going to look at this fuse, see which one it is. We might have our culprit already. So that's the first 15 amp fuse. Look at that. Ignition and ECCS, whatever that means. Might be computer related. That's what it looks like. So before we go any further, we're going to replace this fuse, and then we're going to see what's going on. So let me just cut the car off. Quickly cut the car off. We're going to extract this fuse, which I don't have my little pliers, so I'm just going to use the tip of the scope on the rope here. I'm trying to pluck it out here. Yeah, it's coming out. There you go. Oops, I lost it. Oh well. Let me pause it, get a fuse, come right back. Alright. So, we got a 15 amp. That's in good shape, if it'll show properly there. Alright, so we're going to put that in. I don't want to drop this fuse, guys. Excuse me with the camera shaking, but I want to drop this fuse. So there you go. All right, all the way in. All right, let me hook up my battery pack there. That's a jump starter pack that I bought from Amazon. Got 94%. It's ready to jump it. First of all, what do we notice? We're going to check it now. If the fan is still on, then we know that's not the one we need to mess with. Just put it in. All right, let's look at here. The security light is gone. That's a good sign. No more security light. Let's give it a try. Oh boy, don't tell me it's that easy. Please don't tell me it's that easy. Wow, that's the grace of God right there. Anyway, take my stuff off of here. It looks like that's all we had to do. I mean, I kind of knew it wasn't gonna be a big mess, only because, like I said, the car was running fine before the install. So I'm pretty sure it could. I mean, in my mind, it was going to be something we can definitely chase down and fix. So anyway, I'm just gonna let it run for a minute. Maybe the fuse will blow again. I'm not sure, but if it is shorted to ground, it'll definitely. But you can see the smoke. You can tell he just replaced the intake, but the exhaust manifold. Hopefully it's not leaking. Maybe it's just because of the new stuff you put in there. It'll kind of smoke for a little bit now until all of that whatever hit. All of the new man, Nissan with the little fuse boxes in awkward places. Unbelievable. Alright, that's on. Yeah, it's a lot of smoke right there. But that's what it is. Remove our jump box. Going back in there. Yeah, man, it's smoking pretty good. Look at that. So far, so good. Any check engine light because the battery was dead. No check engine light so far. It's running pretty smooth. For a Nissan. Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna call this a fix. If there's need to follow up, I will let you guys know. But as far as we're concerned right now, we're gonna call this a fix. It's running smooth, no check engine light. I'm gonna run it for maybe another 10-15 minutes just to charge up the battery and to call the customer, and we're done.